guys, we've returned from Wyoming, and we just came off the craps table. Had an unbelievable win. I'm not going to say how much, but it was a lot. We're not taking hundreds here, we're talking thousands. So I am extremely happy because I was down a little bit before Wyoming, so we're rolling now. It's many hours later. Just won a little bit over on roulette. Slots are not going our way tonight, so we're giving up on the slots. And so I'm not sure. We might just call it a night. I had an awful long drive. I drove all the way from Wyoming today. It's pretty loud here in the auction, so I'm not going to talk much. They're doing some artwork right now. These cars are coming up later. Beetle convertible.
483. Is that right? 483. Thank you. 483. Next up. All right. Lot number 61. Okay.
A heck of a paint job on this thing. Paint job, I like it.
This is the brand method of work known as pure as driven snow. All Shelby Mustangs on this one. All Shelby Mustangs. Okay, I'm 102. That takes me to all Shelby Mustangs here down to. I ain't here to the corner.
That's a lot of noise.
We'll be right up there.
38. All right, bring up lot number 62. Another framed and matted piece of artwork here. This measures 43.5 by 21.5. This is the car lot. The car lots. Oh yes, the car lot right here, 159 too. That's your leader now, 2 and a quarter. That's your leader right here from 02 to
Man, look at this Jeep. Jeep is amazing.
That's your 7 about here. Come on, keep it.
Hey guys, I like the Jeep.
25, at 300 and a quarter, now 50, at 350, 75, at 375, so looking for over 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, 435, 435, thank you guys. Lot number 64 now.
This is rental car number 2. That Ford Fusion hybrid, which started out okay, died at us on the mountain as we were going up into Wyoming. And well, there's a whole video about that. Make sure you check the description for the link to that. That was fun. Have a breakdown on the mountain with no cell service. Anyway, watch the video, it's pretty interesting. So after many hours, they gave us this one. And when they first told me they were giving me a Dodge Caravan, I was like, ugh, because you know what a Dodge Caravan looks like, right? Well, this is the brand new 2020 Dodge Caravan. Nothing like the one it used to be. In fact, this is the sport model, a Grand Caravan GT Sport. And I'm gonna tell you what, this thing's like a freaking sports car, man. Look at this, they got sports wheels on it, big brakes, every feature you can think of, huge dash, GPS built-in, navigation, and I don't really know what engine is in it, but man, this thing got some power. So we're quite happy with this. Kind of wish we'd had this one from day one. The only downside is that Ford was a hybrid, and it was constantly charging up a battery, gave us really good gas mileage. This thing will eat the gas. Of course, I drive it pretty fast too. So there is an Eco Boost thing in it, which I have on all the time. Doesn't seem to help much for gas mileage, but it's a rental. Who cares? We're having fun, right? So I like this car. Final day of our trip. Worst day because it's a travel day, and we got a whole lot of travel, and we won't be home till after midnight, and LL, that's just gonna suck. So we've got a few hours before we got to turn the car in, and then Then we got to sit in airports and airplanes with masks on and just have a great old time, right? So we're gonna head out of here. We're leaving Lead. Keep saying lead. We're leaving Lead, South Dakota right now. We don't have any plans whatsoever because we can't seem to find any addresses to what we wanted to do. So we're just gonna head to Rapid City, South Dakota, where the airport is, and we'll have 2 or 3 hours before we need to turn the car in. So we're just gonna see what happens in Rapid City because we don't know what's going on. We'll see you in about a little over an hour in Rapid City. We've made it back to Rapid City, South Dakota. We went ahead and just drove to the airport just to make sure we knew where the heck we were going to go. Found our rental car place. It's pretty easy. So we're now heading back from the airport into town, and we're going to attempt to go to some Indian museum or something like that, and maybe just look around Main Street. We've got about 2 hours or so before we need to turn around and come back to the airport again. So we're gonna try to get something done. Better than sitting at the airport for 5 hours, right? We've arrived downtown Rapid City. We're right on Main Street. You've got the streets here are crazy wide. Parking on both sides. Everything here is done top notch. Look at the artwork on the wall. Paint jobs. So what we're going to do now is head into this museum called Prairie Edge. Native American art, beadwork, jewelry, stuff like that. And I don't know if I can photo in there or not. We'll find out in a minute. And then we're going to walk down here to the city center and just kind of walk up and down the street. We're just wasting time till we got to turn our car in.
Unlock the car. We need to get mask.
All right, she says thinks we got to wear a mask. Most places in South Dakota do not require a mask or even care about a mask. But there are some businesses that do. We've only run into 1 or 2, to be honest. But we're thinking this might be one of them. I got my mask. So basically just keep a mask in the back pocket. And of course, as soon as we get to the airport, it's mask on or die, basically. I think they'll send out the security and shoot you in the head if you don't have one. They're so crazy over there. Yeah, looks like we got about, we can walk. Looks like we got about 10 minutes before that place opens. So we're gonna go over here. This is called the Main Street Square. Oh, this is nice. Got some water features, engravings in the rock. John Adams, second president. He's short. I think I'm taller than he is. Alright, this room's a little dark, but this is the world's largest Italian glass bead collection. And what they've done is they've placed the glass beads inside these glass bottles, and everything is locked up. This is just for display. And there must be, I don't know, a million beads here. Alright, come up another floor. I can run the 3rd floor. This is the fine art exhibits. A lot of artwork up here. This building is really huge. Somewhere there's buffalo hides. We'll find those. We just came from the Italian bead section. See, I like that kind of art right there. And I do have permission to film, so all good. All right, another room, well lit. Have some natural lighting. Some really good artwork here, yeah. Oh my goodness, look at this. Alright, we are in the buffalo hide room. So these giant things up on the wall are actually buffalo hides, which have been painted on. And there are a lot of them in here. That's pretty amazing. Also, we got buffalo hide drums. Like some drums right here. This is the critter we're talking about. His eye is bigger than my hand. We saw one of these in Yellowstone, by the way. Just eating some grass, walking around. Alright, y'all, it looks like our flight has been delayed considerably. So we're back at the counter trying to figure it out. We're probably going to miss our connecting flight to Richmond. So we're going to see what they say about that. A new update. American Airlines sent the revenue over to United Airlines. And we're going to be leaving in just a few minutes, actually, and getting back to Richmond 2 hours earlier than expected. So this is a strange situation where a bad situation has turned into a good one. Alright guys, we made it on the plane in record time. I don't even think we were at the gate for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And this pilot is ready to go. I think we're actually going to get to Chicago early. Now that's not going to help us get out of Chicago early, but this guy's ready to roll. Alright guys, this is very difficult. We do not have another boarding pass because we had to get out of Rapid City so fast. So we don't really know where we're going, but we are walking about 8,000 miles here in Chicago Airport to what we think is where the plane to Richmond is departing, which is a whole nother concourse, B20. So we don't know what to do. We're just going to walk to B20 and hopefully there'll be somebody at the gate that can give us a pass and a seat. If not, I don't really know what's going to happen. So, welcome to the world of travel, I suppose. Final leg, we're leaving Chicago, ORD. Being Richmond and time zones are still confusing, but I think you said like an hour and a half air time. Today we got better seats. We paid I think $9 a seat to get this leg room. Look at that. I can stretch my leg all the way out. Once I get that bag out of the way. We are on United, even though we booked American. They had a big delay, so they were nice enough to send us over here and got us home 2 hours early. Pretty awesome. How many times does a bad situation turn into a good one?